Thank you for joining in the virtual celebration of our graduates from the Department of Material Science and Engineering and the Engineering Science program. Like all of you, I'm disappointed that we cannot celebrate in our traditional and festive way. Nonetheless, I hope that each of you will take this opportunity to reflect on all that you have achieved during your programs. We are grateful for your scholarship, your collaboration, and your service. And to those of you who are spring graduates, we thank you for your resiliency and understanding throughout the COVID-19 response. The end of the spring term is always bittersweet in any year, with farewells for students and faculty alike. We have had incredible growth within our department this past year. We welcome Professor Chip Blankenship, Montgomery Distinguished Professor of Practice, who joined the department last August, and Associate Professor Tal Sun, who arrived in September. In addition, we welcome Brianna Amador, who joined our staff in December. We say goodbye to Bob Johnson, Professor Emeritus, and Gary Shiflett, also Professor Emeritus. We will forever be grateful for their service, their scholarship, their leadership, and significant professional achievements. We wish them continued health and happiness in their richly deserved retirement. I will have more to say at the end of the program, including award announcements. But first, let's hear from Professor Jim Fitzgerald with a special message for our undergraduate degree earners, and Professor Giovanni Zingari on behalf of the graduate program team.
Welcome, I'm Jim Fitzgerald, Director of the Undergraduate Program for the Department of Material Science and Engineering. Today it is my pleasure to congratulate students receiving their Bachelor of Science degrees in Engineering Science. The Engineering Science degree represents an interdisciplinary program which allows students to create their own plans of study. Spanning from computer science and electrical engineering to nanomedicine and material science, these students have explored diverse disciplines, preparing them for bright futures ahead. In addition to honoring all the graduates, it is my pleasure to present the award for Outstanding Engineering Science Student. And while we normally present a single award, this year there were two students who embraced all that engineering science has to offer. Therefore, today, we are pleased to present the 2020 Outstanding Engineering Science Awards to Raina Claassen and Caitlin Salato. Raina is graduating this year from a dual degree program. She's receiving her bachelor's in engineering science and master's in teaching from the Curry School. Following graduation, Raina plans to teach engineering and math in secondary school education. Caitlin has completed her studies in engineering science with a concentration in nanomedicine. Following graduation, Caitlin plans to attend medical school. Please join me in congratulating Raina and Caitlin as this year's Outstanding Engineering Science Student Award winners. Now, echoing John's opening comments, we would much rather have you here in person to receive your degrees and celebrate your accomplishments. We look forward to an in-person graduation, but for today, we wish the graduates heartfelt congratulations and best wishes from all of us here at UVA. Now, let's keep the good feelings going with help from Giovanni Zingari on behalf of the Outstanding Material Science and Engineering's graduate program. Thank you very much.
Dear graduates, first and foremost, I would like to congratulate each and all of you for this important achievement. I would be remiss if I do not mention that I share your disappointment that we could not be together to celebrate. But you should not be discouraged. You can still throw the graduation cap if you feel like. You will still celebrate with your family, and you will experience the full graduation on the lawn soon enough. What is more important now is that you should be proud to have gone through a strange and difficult time, a fateful historic occurrence, and mastered that. From now on, the world and our ideas may change, but take this opportunity to aspire to a better world, one that each of us can contribute to. From now on, it will be even more important to seek solutions towards better health, access to water, equality in education, improved life conditions. You, the UVA students graduating today, have the background, ingenuity, and determination to succeed. What you have learned and experienced during the recent year can be channeled into your next endeavor, becoming an agent of change. After this experience, perhaps all of us will be better citizens of the world. Finally, know that if you devote yourself to what you are passionate about, you will be adding meaning and purpose in your life. And now, let's hear from faculty members who wish to recognize their PhD advisees.
Hello, Matt. This is your advisor, David Green. I wish we could be together on your graduation day, but under the current situation with COVID-19, we have to do the best that we can. That said, Matt, I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your perseverance during your PhD. You've been through a lot, you've came through a lot, and you really achieved and you really excelled. And so I really want to congratulate you on the work that you did in my laboratory, and I've learned a lot from you, in particular looking at understanding graphene exfoliation, and I think that your work will impact the field. To this end, I really enjoyed seeing you develop. You came in and you learned a new area, and you took what you already had in material science and applied it to soft materials. And I think that you can go head to head with any PhD in the area. In fact, go a little bit further because of the background that you bring into the soft materials area from a material science perspective. Along with this, you have really a wide range of interdisciplinary talents. You're good at research, you're a great speaker, you are interested in public policy, and I really feel that as you go into the public policy arena, you'll see that you are very well-rounded, and you'll see that I think you'll have really tremendous impact in terms of our scientific public policy folks that are going into government today. In conclusion, I really look forward to seeing your impact in your postdoc, and I really look forward to seeing you come back to UVA and visit during your career. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it.
Hey, Lavina. Congratulations on your PhD. I'm super proud of you and all you've done. It's been a really long time or a really short time, the 5 years you spent here, depending on how you look at it. You've had so many accomplishments. I was trying to think of, what would be your legacy in the group, and I have to say it's good, the piece of hardware you're leaving behind. We have the new and improved cube, and you're also leaving us ideas to make the next version even better. So I wish we could celebrate in person, and I know we'll do this later in October or May. And I do know that we will be having our sushi lunch celebration too. We'll miss you. I'll miss you. The group will miss you. But we'll be sure to stay in touch. I'm sure we'll have questions about the cube. So best of luck to you at NRL, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of great things from you in the future. Hey, Corey. Congratulations on your PhD. I'm really proud of you for all your accomplishments, and I'm really thrilled at all that you've done. I was trying to think about how we could actually, remember you forever in the lab, and I think your legacy, there's two of them, really. First one is version 3 of the steam jet. You really made huge improvements there with the platinum rhodium capillary. And the other big thing you're leaving with us is our first foray into computational methods in the group. And so we'll hope to carry on with that also. I wish we could celebrate with you in person, but I know we'll do this in October or May or whenever the events are rescheduled. We will also have our group sushi lunch to celebrate with you personally. We're going to miss you, but I'm sure we'll stay in touch. Eric, for one, is going to have a lot of questions for you regarding your model. And I'm looking forward to hearing about all your new accomplishments at Oak Ridge. And I'm sure I'll be seeing you at conferences in the future. So good luck.
Hello, I am Liu Zhigilei, and today I would like to congratulate Dr. Miao He, who earned his PhD in material science and engineering in my group. The title of his PhD thesis is Atomistic and Continuum Modeling of Laser-Induced Phase Transformations, Generation of Crystal Defects, and Modification of Surface Morphology in Silicon and Metal Targets. And this title itself is reflecting a broad extent of Miao's research interests and the range of computational tools he mastered and developed. I want to emphasize that most of the computational tools Miao used in his research, he actually developed from scratch, starting from formulation of mathematical equations and all the way to writing parallel codes optimized for modern supercomputers. The research problems addressed by Miao in his dissertation research include explaining experimental results on the formation of microbumps and nanojets on metal films and bilayers irradiated by femtosecond laser pulses, predicting the formation of ring-shaped amorphous regions on the surface of silicon irradiated by single laser pulse, establishing the mechanisms of generation of dislocations and point defects during rapid solidification. Miao also investigated the laser readable ferromagnetic regions, formation mechanisms of these regions in thin films of iron aluminum alloys. And I can continue the list of exciting research findings and achievements by Miao, but I have limited time, and I want to say that his results are well recognized and appreciated by the research community. For example, he got a poster award at High Power Laser Ablation Conference in Santa Fe, New Mexico. He was selected as a finalist for special session at the International Conference on Laser Ablation in Hawaii last September. Miao is always open to explore new directions and get involved in collaborations. He collaborated and published joint papers with researchers from Austria, Germany, and Russia, and he is currently working on a project aimed at explaining some very interesting experimental observations by our collaborators in Galway Island. It has been a real pleasure for me to work with Miao and to see his development into excellent researcher with great potential for independent work. I'm sure he will be successful no matter what direction he will pick for his next steps. He can move into academia, into industry, or national labs. He will be again successful in any of these directions. So Miao, congratulations again.
Before I close, I would like to join my colleagues with graduating students, and I'd like to recognize my own advisee, Katie Lutton. Katie, well, I should say Dr. Katie, first and foremost, congratulations. Your PhD was a great achievement, and I'm sure you appreciate it more than we do, but we do. Your project was on a high-pressure Muri project, and you really excelled. We really enjoyed your time here and cherished the great memories. They started, as you remember, as when you were an undergraduate with MSE 3080. Those were great days. A trip to Australia, remember the Tim Tams? And working with Rebecca. So we had a great finish last spring with your awesome thesis defense in the Rotunda. And so I just want to say, always remember you're a part of our family and you're always welcome to come back and be here without invitation. So don't be a stranger. Thank you. Recognizing others is one of my greatest joys as department chair. Today, I have the privilege of announcing 3 additional student award winners. I'll begin with 2 graduate student awards, the Fred D. Rosie Outstanding Citizen Award and the Doris Coleman Wilsdorf Outstanding Graduate Student Award. The 2020 Fred D. Rosen Outstanding Citizen Award recognizes a graduate student for overall citizenship and contributions to the academic, educational, and outreach goals of the MSE department and for exemplary teamwork. This year's winner of the Outstanding Citizen Award is Eric Oakland. Eric came to UVA in 2015 and is being recognized for his leadership and teamwork and applying his electron microscopy expertise to help other students, faculty, and researchers in MSE, CEAS, and outside UVA to accomplish their electron microscopy needs, as well as his role as Student Council Chair of the Microscopy Society of America and his various academic accomplishments and involvement in the graduate student body of MSE. Congratulations, Eric. The 2020 Doris Kilman-Worsdorf Outstanding Graduate Student Award recognizes outstanding scholarship. This includes both exemplary research contributions and advancement of the materials science and engineering academic mission. The recipients of the Doris Kilman-Worsdorf Outstanding Graduate Student Awards are Lavina Backman, and Will Blades. Lavina Backman joined Professor Opila's research group in 2015 after working in industry following her undergraduate degree in mechanical engineering from De La Salle University in the Philippines. Lavina's PhD research focused on developing an understanding of the oxidation mechanisms of high entropy, ultra-high temperature ceramics, a new class of materials. Through experiments and thermodynamic calculations in collaboration with co-investigators at UVA, Duke University, NC State University, and University of California at San Diego. Additionally, she provided significant new insights towards oxidation techniques utilizing joule heating up to temperatures of 1800 degrees centigrade. Lavina has been active in the Materials Science Department Graduate Student Board as a graduate student recruitment chair in 2018 and in the President's Council for Student Advisors in the American Ceramic Society. Will Blades will join the Professor Ranke's group in the fall of 2016 after completing a Master's of Science degree in Computational Materials Physics from Virginia Commonwealth University. His accomplishments in research include the first atomic scale look at the oxidation of nickel chromium, providing insight to the initial nucleation steps, local electronic variations, and the restructuring of the alloy oxide interface. Will's work is innovative and interdisciplinary, with collaborations on aqueous corrosion with the Scully group, with Professor McDonald on defects in two-dimensional materials, modeling of oxidation with Northwestern University, and in operando oxidation studies at the synchrotron light source in Sweden. In terms of UVA, what he did, he actively mentored undergraduate students during his entire time here and received a CEAS teaching fellowship in spring 2020 for his teaching of Introduction of Material Science with Professor Stephen McDonald. Congratulations to these two outstanding students. Lastly, I would like to thank Chip Blankenship and his wife Belinda for establishing a scholarship for an undergraduate student pursuing materials science and engineering. This $5,000 scholarship award encourages students to pursue graduate level studies in materials science and engineering in support of U.S. manufacturing, education, research, and development. This year's recipient is Marcus Dozier. Marcus is a double major in aerospace engineering and engineering science with a concentration in materials science and engineering. Over the past year, Marcus has worked in Beth Appeal's lab, which is dedicated to advancing high-temperature materials. Marcus proved himself to be extremely hardworking and a quick learner. He conducted experiments with the lab's custom thermogravimetric analyzer and load frame, as well as becoming adept with SEM, scanning electron microscopy, in our department's nanoscale materials characterization facility. He performed an independent study on silica growth and crystallization on silicon carbide substrates and is currently leading efforts to incorporate machine learning into microstructural analysis of ceramic composites for oxidation studies. This summer, Marcus gets to see how all this works in the real world as an intern at SpaceX. Can I come along too, Marcus? Anyway, congratulations to Marcus and all of our undergraduate and graduate awardees. Before I close, I wish to briefly express my sincere appreciation to all who work behind the scenes on this virtual celebration for our graduates, especially Professors Jim Fitzgerald, staff members Tanya Reynolds, Clara Culver, Peggy Gibson, Brianna Amador, and Ig Jakovac. And best thing is, you get to do this all again when the university schedules some on-grounds exercises for your graduation for the 2020 class. I wish everyone watching a wonderful summer and thank you for joining our virtual celebration.